àyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ẹ ṣé torí pé àyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ẹ ṣé àyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ẹ̀mí àwọn wòlíì yọ. Àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Gbogbo alẹ́ tá a sùn tá a jí àyè ọpẹ́ kọ́ ni. Ilé wọ́n pa wá láti ojú oorun wá sáyé. Àìmọye ìgbà tá a máa jí tá a máa sáré pé àtìlẹ́ ó tún dáàbò bò wá o. Ó fàyè gba Sátánì láti yọ ayọ̀ ìṣẹ́gun lórí ayé wa. Àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Láti ilẹ̀ ló ti mú wa ó mú wa jòkó pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ aládé. Ó fàyè gbà wá láàrin àwọn ọmọ aládé ìlú wa. Àwa sọ̀rọ̀ níbi gíga. Mo kí ọ torí pé àyè ọpẹ́ yọ o. Ẹ̀mí àwọn wòlíì yọ. Àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Mélòó lè kú àwọn èèyàn lára wa tó pọ̀ dànù pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rí? Mélòó ni àwa tó ti rò pé ohun rere ò lè tinú wa jáde tó fírùgbìn ohun rere sínú wa tó tún jẹ? Mo kí ọ torí pé àyè ọpẹ́ yọ o. After all we've been through, àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Ìgbà kan rí wọ́n ń dáṣọ fún wọn kó tó di pé àwọn ọmọ tó bí ráṣọ wọ̀ ni ó. Ìgbà kan rí wọ́n ń dáṣọ fún wọn kó tó di pé àwọn ọmọ tó bí nínú rẹ̀ ráṣọ owó wọn. Ìgbà kan rí ó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń gbé kiri láti máa tọrọ owó lójú títì. Ẹ ṣé olóore torí pé àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Àyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ó ṣé àyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ó ṣé àyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ẹ̀mí àwọn wòlíì yọ. Àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Ìgbà tí ò sí kankan ṣé pé àyè ọpẹ́ lè yọ. Ìgbà tí gbogbo dojúrú ṣé pé àyè ọpẹ́ tún lè yọ. Kí la ò ní dúpẹ́ fún nígbà táyé ọpẹ́ ti yọ o. After all we've been through, àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Ìgbà kan rí wọ́n pè ọ́ lágbo. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ó padà gbọ́ ọmọdé. Ìgbà kan rí wọ́n sá fún ọ láwùjọ àwọn èèyàn gidi. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ó ti jókòó pẹ̀lú àwọn lọ́lá. Ìgbà kan rí ó wọ́n ti ráìtì ẹ̀ ọ́ kóhùn rere ò lè tinú rẹ̀ jáde wá. Wọ́n ti ráìtì ẹ̀ ọ́ kóhùn rere ò lè tinú rẹ̀ jáde wá. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀mí inú àwọn wòlíì agbanilágbàtàn.
If you're online, please can you let us know? Just drop a comment.
Nínú rẹ̀ ni ọjọ́ tí ń jẹ́ ọjọ́ o, ọjọ́ tó yọ nínú rẹ̀ ló ń jọ. Ojú tó ríran nínú òkùnkùn bírímù. Ẹni ńlá tó ṣòwò ńlá, ẹni ńlá tó ṣòwò àrítọ́ka sí. Èèyàn á máa gbé oyún sínú fún gbogbo oṣù mẹ́sàn-án.
Good evening. We'll be starting in just a minute time. Just waiting for some other students to join us. Good evening, sister. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Ẹ̀mí àwọn wòlíì yọ. Ó ṣé o, mo rí pé àyè ọpẹ́ padà yọ. Àìmọye olóyún tó yọ nínú ewu. Àìmọye tírélà tó ṣubú lu mọ́tò kò jí àsí lára wọn. A ò gbóúnjẹ parí.
Please, if you're online, just try to help us to like, thumb up, and drop a message for us to know those that are online. And if you're watching us on Facebook, please, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is the same name on Facebook, and subscribe and drop a comment. Watch us live from Facebook or from YouTube, I mean. So if you're watching this, you can go to our Facebook channel. And if you have any information now, you don't just want to get information on how you can pass your driver's license, you can call us 620-586-038, or you inbox me direct on WhatsApp. I'm ready to give you. And if you don't want to even join us as a student, you just want to get our material, we can get our material at your doorstep for you, and you get it done with the exam by yourself. So, but we are available to prepare you to pass at any given time until you pass. Good evening. I think we are good to start now. We are good to start. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. If you're watching me from any angle you're watching me, this is a live video, and the purpose of this video is to at least assist most of my students online and those are lovers that follows us on all the social media to be able to understand things that you can encounter in exam concerning some topics. Remember that if you want to acquire the Spanish driver's license, it takes you to have two kind of exam, the theory and the practical. So if you don't pass the theory, you can't go for the practical. And the easiest one is the practical, which I always tell people because it's a script which you have to follow. But the theory happens to be something so hard if you are not using the right material or you are not having a proper understanding. And if you have a proper understanding in your theory, the practical will be easier because you've already understood the script before even acting it in practical. So what we are doing tonight is to explain a topic that is called the other users. It's part of what we did last week in our class. And for students that has been long that you saw me online like this, I'm so sorry because I have an appointment back home in Nigeria, so I just have to quickly rush down. And I came back. I thank God for Johnny Mercy, and I'm back. I'm back fully on ground. So if you've been calling my number and you are not true, now you can get me direct without no restriction. So today I'm going to talk about topic, and if you're watching us, I always like people that are online with us to just drop a comment for me to know who are online, so that I can really appreciate that you are online with me. And again, if you're watching us, try to thumb up, or you dislike, or you drop a comment of where areas which you think we can develop ourselves in this area. But the purpose of this class is to help you achieve your driver's license in English. Many people don't even know that they do the exam in English also. They thought it's only in Spanish. I want to tell you that they have it in English, they have it in Spanish, they have it in French, they have it in German, and they have it even in Chino. So it's just for you to pick the language you feel like doing it with, and you achieve the best out of it. And the earlier the better when you use the better material. If you have the best material with you, you are able to achieve whatever you need to get. So in this class today, I'm going to explain a topic which is called the other users and danger. We talked in our class last week. I was able to do a voice class, and on learning weekend like this, we try to like fine tune on video, whereby every student that is watching us can be able to call live. This is live video. You can be able to call live to ask question, to ask some area where you study and things are not so clear. So I'm available like as if you have a teacher closer to you in your house. So I'm here to explain whatever problem you are having. And again, I always tell my student, don't carry any problem over. Don't carry anything. Take a jotter, write down the question you want to ask teacher, and make sure you ask or you drop it on comment box. I'm going to answer you, and we'll move ahead with other topic for next week, which will really help you to pass exam. I congratulate Brother Vincent for passing, for you calling me that you've passed your own, and I really appreciate you thanking us for the material which you use and the class also. So if you're watching me, I really appreciate you, and I'm expecting you to encourage other people. And if you are a student also, please tell people, because we have target of how many students that has to pass the CE, most especially the English speaking people. And this is the right time for us to help as much people as possible, and change the mentality and the news on the street that it is not possible. It is very possible. It is very possible. It depends on how you assimilate and the time given. If you're given your proper time, you can get it in 6 weeks. You can get it in a month. Just like now you're having a problem issue with the registration of exam from traffic, and it's affecting all the driving school here, even in Spain, in any state where you are. But if you can do your study very well and you follow us with our material, you can be able to do your exam in just few months. And don't get fear with it. Don't just be afraid. When you're able to study through with us, go for the exam and you do it. Even though if you make an error, go back. That is why when you pay for one exam, it gives you 2 chances free. 2 chances. When you pay for one exam, if by mistake or by omission you get the first one wrong, you are going for the second exam without paying anything. Zero euro. So you're going, what you just need to do is pick an appointment, go for the second exam, and the second exam you've already gotten an experience, and that will give you a limelight to pass easily. So that is it. So, and again, if you want, before you do the exam, the theory, you have to do a medical test. If you're living in Madrid, we have a special place to do medical test without no stress in Alcorcón. So if you're living outside Madrid, you can do it anywhere. But if you are inside Madrid, you can call me also for you to have your medical reports for anything you need, even for gun license and all this other stuff, or any medical. We do it, and it's as cheap as possible with authorized from the government. So now today we're talking about the other users. Who are the other users? Who are the other users? The other users are those that uses the road with the driver. You are a driver. And other person who uses the platform of the road with you are called the other users on the roadway. Remember that when the other users are using the road, you as a driver has to respect them. You have to help them. You have to facilitate their movement. You have to assist them. You have to cooperate with them in order to see things done. So if you're driving on the road and you see them, you have to give them a zone of uncertainty. You have to make sure that they are not being disturbed on the road. Just not like the way we drive in Africa, whereby we like press on and intimidate the pedestrians or the people that are using the road, or that other users on the roadway. And in this set of the world, in this part of the world, we are able to understand that you have to give them respect and you have to honor them on the road. And when you're walking outside of town as a pedestrian, you have to always walk on the left side of the road. On the left side of the road, always when you're walking on the road, on the left side, always left side to the direction where you're going, which means you have to face the coming vehicle. Because when you're trekking outside the road, you're using the road, it's not proper for you to back the vehicle coming behind. You have to face the vehicle coming, so that if the vehicle wants to make a blunder, you'll be able to escape that accident easily. But if you're walking inside town, inside residential area where people reside, where people live, you can walk on the left or on the right. A question comes in exam. And remember that on this platform, we always tell you the question that comes in exam and the one that does not come in exam. So in the question that comes in exam in this area, it is, they can ask you, on outside town road, where must a pedestrian walks? Outside town. Or they said an interurban. They can change the English to an interurban. They can even change the English to intercity. So all those road I mentioned, interurban, intercity, road outside of town, they are all highways. So when you any of this road where you are permitted to walk, you have to walk on the left side. But inside town, you can walk on left or on the right side of the road. Now, at night, you must be visible to other road users. Now we are talking about pedestrian. At night, you must make sure that you put on a kind of reflective jacket, which is homologated, authorized. Why is it homologated? Because it should be seen at least in 150 meters. The reflection should be seen in 150 meters at least. Any reflective jacket that is not seen in 150 meters is not homologated. It's not, we call it not original, because in 150 meters, it should be seen. It should be reflective. should be reflective. So in that case, and when you are walking in group at night, walking in group, you must have a kind of white light at the front of the person who is leading, and the person who is at the last at the back can have a red light at the back also with reflective jacket, so that you can be able to get this. Now get this. Please, you just want me. Okay. Okay. So I think somebody, if you're my student and you're watching me live, you can help me to copy on the class page, because somebody was asking how you can get connected to us on the class page. So if you're my student and you're watching, please help me to just copy the link to the WhatsApp page of the class, so that somebody can, because someone that you won't be distracted. And so that is when you are walking on a poor visibility road, So in that case, you should understand that very, very clear. And you know, animals always have their livestock. Animal can always have their livestock track. They can have it on the road, but if they don't have it, they have to be used. They have to use the proper parts of the roadway. What are the proper part of the roadway? The proper part of the roadway is a roadway where that animal will not disturb the other road users. And remember that on a motorway, animal or pedestrian shouldn't be found. On a dual carriageway, they shouldn't be found. So the road we are talking about here, the road we are picturing here in exam, is called a conventional road. So in exam, if you are asked, can animal be found on a motorway or a dual carriageway? No, they can't be found in a motorway or dual carriageway. If you are joining us on Facebook, please, you can join our YouTube on the same name, Steve Adetela. Just connect direct on our YouTube, so that I can be able to concentrate on the YouTube, because a lot of people are watching us from Facebook also, and they are like typing questions. So please, let's concentrate more on YouTube, so that you can be able to call in the next 10 minutes. I will be room for call. Here, the livestock track has to be an area meant for the animal to be used, and if there's no livestock, they have to travel on a less busy road, because a busy road will always affect those animals. So they have to travel on a less busy road. What I'm telling you is that I'm teaching the topic we have in the class. I'm trying to do the video for people that are joining me. I'm trying to do the video of those class. And this is a video whereby you have the teacher live to you, just like as you're having it in your house. You can be able to call in on 620-586-038, which I posted on the chat, or you drop your question here. You engage me live now, so that I can be able to explain whatever you're studying, or whatever question you need to ask. You can be able to do it. So we have some other two-wheel vehicle. What are the two-wheel vehicle? Two-wheel vehicle are vehicle with two tires, like motorcycle of two tire, the bicycle, the mope of two tires. So those are the two-wheel vehicle. You know, these vehicles are vulnerables. They are fragile on the roadway. So when they're walking on the roadway, you have to like not being too close to them. Outside of town, remember, we are told that we must leave a lateral separation, side to side to each other, at least 1.5 meters. But inside town, it is not measurable. In exam, question comes in exam and say, what is the lateral distance you leave to a motorcycle or bicycle outside of town? 1.5 meters. But inside town is not measurable. There's not like 1.5 inside town. It's just according to the characteristics of the road and the speed which you are doing on that road. So just note that it is not measurable. So we have bicycle. Remember that bicycle, when it's traveling on a poor or reduced visibility at night, you must have the light on. You must have the reflective gadgets behind also, which will help you very well. And motorcycle, they have a kind of different kind of mobility characteristics, which means the way they are maneuvering is very, 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 very fragile. So because of the kind of balance in them, you know, they get balanced when the speed is up to 30 kilometers per hour. In exam, they ask you, when is a motorcycle stable? It's stable at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour. And when you reduce the speed less than 30, they turn on balance. And that is when you see the motorcycle rider put the foot on the ground to balance up that vehicle. You know, they have a less grip, most especially during a poor condition of road, a weather condition, poor. So when you're riding motorcycle in rain, you have to understand that your braking distance, your slippery, everything will be higher. So in that case, you have to be very, very careful. And remember, when you are negotiating a bend, there's a probability of having a kind of what we call a force that is called centrifugal force. Centrifugal, that is the force that expands, that pushes you out from the center of the roundabout, the center of the junction, the center of the highland. Anyhow they call it in exam. Island is the center. Island is that roundabout. So something that pushes you out of that center becomes a force, and that force is called centrifugal force. So that is centrifugal force. And another thing which you have to understand here is when you are driving a motorcycle and you are going in group, the lesser weight motorcycle is always at the front, or the less careful person, somebody who is not professional, has to be at the front. The professional should be at the back. The bigger motorcycle also should be at the back. The clothing are always fabric stuff, and you know they can be leather, synthetic. Also, they should be able to resist a kind of water, not so that in case rain, you're still able to have it cleaned without no stress. You know, other thing which are recommended is that you must have a glove with you when you are driving a motorcycle. You must have a kind of closed footwear. Closed footwear means that you can't just wear slippers to be driving a motorcycle. And you must also notice that your reflective vest should be on you so that you can be reflective, and you are advised to be more stable on it so that you will not fall when driving on it. So we have the accident of motorcycle is very, 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 very dangerous. It affects the chronic area, mostly the head, chronic area, the head in exam. So when you have an impact of an accident on motorcycle, on any two-wheel vehicle, the chronic area suffer more. That is why you have to put on helmets to protect. The purpose of the helmet is to protect the chronic area so that when you fall, you'll be able to have protection on the head. We have what we call the preventive driving. Preventive driving. Preventive driving is a technique. It's a technique that makes you to anticipate. Anticipate means that you're preparing to act. A technique that makes you to prepare. Like now, if I'm driving, I ready that anything that comes my way, I should be able to press brake. So doing that gives me a kind of technique that is called preventive. It's preventive driving. It's different from economic driving. Economic driving is act of saving fuel, of saving money. Because when you save fuel, you save money. So now this is preventive. You prevented accident, and this principle is based on three principles. It's based on three principles, which is your vision, your anticipation, and your space management on the roadway. Now, what is the vision? The vision is when you gather information. When you're driving, you are able to gather information around you. You're able to see ahead. Because somebody who doesn't see, or at night you don't have light, you are not able to see. You can fall in, or you can fall out of in the pit, or you fall out of a bridge. So you should be able to see. That is why we say it has a three principle. Preventive driving. You prevent by seeing ahead. The second one is the anticipation. That is, you are for untimely reaction. You're ready. You are always alert to press your brake, to react to any obstacle that comes your way. So you are preparing to act to anything. Somebody just cross your front, you're able to stop the car without no stress. Anticipation. That is the second principle of preventive driving. And the third one is the space management. That is, you are able to manage the space which you have, the lane which you are given. The order to act safely, you are acting on that lane, on the lane where you manage the space which you are giving. So it's very, very important for you to know that. If you're watching us, please thumb up and drop a message for me to know who are watching us, so that I can be able to know how many students are watching us and who are watching us. Please try to just drop. If it's just hello sir, or good afternoon sir, or good evening, just try to drop, because we'll be going to the questioning section, and it's very, very important. Try to thumb up. If you're watching us, try to thumb up. If you're on Facebook, please drop your comment too on Facebook. If you can't cross to the YouTube, please, so that we can just thumb up. So that is everything about the other users. That's everything about the other users. So I'll be giving room for questioning from all of us. If you have any question, please, you can drop the question, or you call in on 620-586-038, which I dropped on the video before the video. I'm still going to type it again: 620-586-038, or you drop your question on the live chat. You can drop it on the live chat for me to be able to answer your question. So we are in the section of question, and I will also be guiding you on this topic, to be telling you all the questions that can come in exam on this topic, which I told you before, some, and I'm still in the course of the interaction, I might still be able to drop some for you. So any question, let me just take question. Generally, it might be from any part of the material. And I told you before, if you want to join us as a student, the floor is open. We are back live. If you want to join us, we have class where we teach online in English and also in Spanish. So if you feel like joining us, you can just call us on 620-586-038, and we're able to give you the necessary direction of how to go about it. But if you feel like you don't need to join us, but you need a material, just like where some people also call that, we want to buy your material because your material is good, closer, better for us to pass exam. So you can call me on the same time. I will get the material across to you. And if you're living outside Spain, remember, we post material to people in Germany, in Norway, even in France. So we have students outside in Sweden. So you can be able to, you can just call us, give us your address. I post the material to you and you join with us. By the time you're free, just join us down to do the exam. It's very easy when you use the right material. Very easy when you have somebody available to explain things to you. Very easy. So very easy when you have a teacher, just like this. I'm live. I'm not recording. It's not a recording. If you call me live now on my number, I'm going to answer you live. I'm live. If you type anything, I'm going to reply you. So that is now we are on the forum of 1 hour live video with the teacher. So if you have any question on the material we've given to you, or some things you've studied that are not clear and you need me to explain, now I'm live. Every weekend like this, we come live for the students, just because, and we try to help as many people that does not have money to pay the school fee, also to see how you can be able to benefit little from the courtesy of the students that have paid me. So that's why. The floor is open. Any question from anyone? Any question from the house? Any question from us? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question from there? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? I'm waiting to have questions from our people. If you're watching us, any question, we have 2, 4. If you're watching us, please try to drop comment so that I will be able to know who and who are the ones watching us. Who and who is watching us. So just try to drop comments so that I'll be able to know who and who, because I've seen Sister Johannes, I've seen Sister Haiti, I've seen Sister Nikki Smith, I've seen Elielasto. So I've seen some people even on Facebook. I saw some people on Facebook, but I'm not able to. So if you're watching us also, you can help us to thumb up on the video. Just thumb up on video. Oh, good. I'm having sister Expand Pala. Hello. Don Lower. I thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So if you have question, this is a question forum. If you have question, this is a question forum. This is a question forum. If you have question, just if you have question, yeah, sir, Mr. Babalala, you're welcome, sir. I saw it, sir. So if you have question, we just explain the topic we did in the class on voice note. Those topic I did on the class on top note, so I explained them on video. So if you are joining up lately, you can just rewatch for you to get the explanation properly. So, and I explained those likely questions you might tend to meet in exam, which are very, very important. So if we don't have any question, let me just throw question down so that you can answer on typing. You can call in on 620 if you can't type. So I said, oh, during rain, what is the braking distance? During rain, what is the braking distance? That's my question. During rain, like you're driving in the rain, what is the braking distance of your car? So if you know it, you can drop it on the comment section. On the comment section, if you know it, you can drop it in the comment section. So I'm still waiting for your question, but I'm just trying to give you some question in exam which you might likely encounter and which I need to explain according to this topic now. But if you've been studying your book and you have any question you want to ask, you can drop it on the section box. Okay, I think a student is calling in. Hello.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
Solomon, that guy that spoke to you this morning.
Okay, sir. I'm going to meet you at the appointment because I'm on a live video now.
Okay, no problem. But that is, I'm already metro station.
Okay, just give me. You know, I told you 7:15, so I'll meet you up. Let me just finish class.
Okay, so like at 7 o'clock.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay. So it's so we're having I apologize for just like the 2 weeks without constant attention to the students, and I was able to tell you that I traveled to Africa just for something urgent, a kind of seminar that are urgent which I have to attend to, and it's always seasonal, yearly, which is very, very important for me to work on. So this year on, I have to be there also. So, but I came back some few days time, and I have to tighten up belt to see as much student that will pass. But thank God that the student called me that he just passed. The teacher, I did my exam, and with the material I was able to pass, and with the lecture, because I've run the lecture once with it, and the second one is a pass. So you can pass. It's possible. It's possible. Don't procrastinate any question. If anything is not clear, just take time to ask. Take time to ask. Just like this afternoon, I gave the weekend test, and the weekend test I expect us by tomorrow to start dropping it. So we'll do the correction. I pick likely question in exam. Those tests are part of those tests you have on your thematic test, the mobile test. But I pick them up differently as the teacher's scheme to put it on you so that I can be able to control that you are able to touch this before exam. So when you finished up, you can go for your exam. You can go for exam. So Sister Bridget, if anybody has question, please I still ask a question. I said, what is the braking distance in the rain? What is the braking distance in the rain? So if you're there, you can drop your answer. You can drop your answer. The braking distance in rain. The braking distance, that is an exam question. It's an exam question. So I'm asking you, what is the braking distance in rain? In rain, what is the braking distance? Inside rain, what is the braking distance? You know, there's a braking distance in rain, and there's a braking distance in the snow or highs. So don't mix it up in exam. Many students mix this up. The braking distance in rain is different from the braking distance in the snow and ice. So what is the braking distance in rain? I give 30 seconds for us to drop our answer if we are able to do that. If you're able to do that. So I'm waiting. If we don't get it, I'm going to answer us. So we'll move ahead. So since nobody dropped the answer is double or twice. The braking distance inside rain is double or twice. The braking distance inside snow and ice is multiplied by 10-fold. That is 10 times. So don't mix it up. 10 times in snow and ice, double in rain. So in exam. So I'm going to ask, what is agua planning? Another question, what is agua planning? Agua planning. What is an agua planning? Agua planning. I'm going to do 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds for anybody to drop the question. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. An agua planning is when your car floats on the water. When you have a settlement of water on the deep and your tire is not treading the road. Your tire is not treading the road. So in that area, you will not have a good gripping of tire. You can skid, you can slide. You are not having a good gripping on the road. So that is called an agua planning, which can also be called hydroplaning. I taught it in class, in the voice class 2 days ago. So, and I expect us to get that into us. That is very, very important, you know. When the wind blows from the head, a wind blows you from the head, like you're driving, you're penetrating the breeze, the wind. What does it cause to your consumption? Increase or decrease? Does it increase your fuel consumption or increases your fuel consumption? 5 seconds. When the wind blows from, it consumes more fuel. Good. You consume more fuel. It increases the fuel. Thank you, Sister Johannes. It increases the fuel. Because when you're penetrating the air and the air is pushing you back, you're pumping more fuel to penetrate it. So the fuel consumption increases. Please, whatever I'm saying here, whatever question I'm saying here, I'm just not saying it for fun's sake. I'm saying it because those are the questions you are going to meet in exam. The exam question on this topic. So it's better whatever I'm teaching, I teach what you are going to meet in exam so that it will help you. Another question is, when you have a tailwind is a breeze blowing you from the back. The wind is blowing you from the back. What happened to the fuel consumption? What happened to the fuel consumption? Yes, it increases when the front consumption increases. But what happened now when the fuel blows from the breeze blowing from behind? We call it a tailwind. It reduces your consumption. Very good. It reduces your consumption, which means it decreases your consumption. Reduces, those are the two terminology they use in exam. Reduces or decrease, or consume more, increases. So decreases. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Babalola and Sister Esosa. Now, you know, the most dangerous part of the wind is when it's blowing in like gust. When it's blowing like, that's the most dangerous part and very risky in that area. So which we have to understand very well. So I think any question from anyone, any question from the house, any question. So those are the two topics we did last week, which I just have to like fine tune for us to move on on the class so that we can be able to have people passing in May. By ending of the month, I want as much students to pass. As much that I was expecting to see Brother Vincent today to be able to tell us that he did it, he made it happen, he passed already. So he's just the latest student that got his license now. So please, if you have any other question, we have like 5 minutes to go. If you have any question, you can drop it or you call in on 620-586-038. And again, please help us to tell more people on the streets that the teacher is around. You can call me. I have a lot of missed call and I can't even know which. So most of the people that have been calling can call again for us to be able to direct them on how things are done. So, and if those students, they want only our materials, we can also help. And I always tell all my students, before you go and do exam, make sure that the medical test is done rightly. So call me and let me tell you where to do the medical test, which will be helpful for you if you are living in Madrid. If you're not living in Madrid, just go closer to any area around you where you have your traffic office. Just do it. And I posted on the class how you can pick the sitter for the exam, which will also help us because it's not so easy to get appointment now. So you can be able to click an appointment and pick any dates of your choice, which is our own, is to make sure that I prepare you and you get it. So if you have any question at the end of the day, you can call me on 620-586-038. We'll make it possible when you are available. Your availability will make it happen. When traffic light is showing 2 red lights flashing, when a traffic light is showing 2 red lights flashing, note this is due to presence of danger. 2 red light flashing, presence of danger. That area is no go area. It's no go area. You can just go in. It's telling you that there's a presence of danger. Something might be happening. For example, in Pala, where you have tram, if the tram is closer, the light can be changing to red and be flashing, which is telling you going is risky. Just like some tunnel, when there's a problem in the tunnel, the entrance of the tunnel, the light will change to red flashing, which means no entrance into that tunnel because there's a presence of danger in that tunnel. So that is it. Are you clear, sir? If you're clear, please thumb up or say yes so that I'll be able to know. And if you're not clear, please let me know so that I can still re-explain. So it's just telling you that there's a presence of danger in that area. 2 red lights flashing, danger in that place. Danger. Red light is always a danger. Thank you very much, sir. Red light is always danger. Danger. It comes in exam. This question comes in exam and they put it in a way that entrance of a tunnel and they show a red light at the entrance of a tunnel. So they said, according to this picture, what will you have in mind? So according to the picture, since it's red light at the entrance of the tunnel, it means that no entrance in the tunnel. Very simple. That's the trick. No entrance. So if you understand the sign, you are able to get it. You are able to get it easily. But if you don't understand the sign, you'll be interpreting wrongly. So that's why it's very, very important for you to understand the sign. So I think our next class, I'm going to come on video like this, which is going to be on sign, just to be able to break sign for most of my students. And I will show you some picture of some signs so that we can be able to balance up for exam. So to increase the 4, yeah. So any other question from anyone? If there's no question, I think we'll call it a day and let all the students go back to the platform to do your test and submit your test before 7 o'clock tomorrow, so that I'll be able to do correction from the test. I'll be able to do some correction and be able to explain some things to us so we can get things so clear very well. So I think I remain Steve. And if you're watching this video and you feel like joining our team, you can call me on 620-586-038. We make it happen. We make it possible. And if you've called me before my line was off, it's because I'm outside the States. That is why those numbers are not going after roaming, after I lost the contact of the roaming credits. I was not able to connect back. So it's really gave me some tough time to even be able to connect my students online. So, but I'm so sorry for him doing that. I was thinking I've connected Rome better, and I'll be able to do it. But now I'm on feet and I'm ready to meet up to that time. And this month of May, a lot of testimony on the success story will come up, and I promise you that. So let's go on this ride and make it happen. Thank you very much for joining me today. And thank you, Mr. Babalola. Thank you, Don Lowo. Thank you, Nikki Smart, Sister Bridget, Johannes. Thank you very much for being part of this lovely story today. And I will always be available to answer any question from anyone. We'll see. Thank you, Mrs. Solomon. Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you, everybody that has been part and parcel of this. And those that are watching us on Facebook, thank you. We have a lot of people that watch on Facebook, and Facebook people, just remember that it's courtesy of the students that are paying me. They told me to just bring little down to you for you to know that we are doing things like this. So thank you very much. We'll see once again. So if you're watching the video, help us to thumb up. Just help us to like the video. Just keep it. There's nothing to lose in just thumbing up on the video to like. Don't just watch our video. You can also call. If you're not my student, you are free to call me to ask. If you have exam closer, call me and let me advise you. Money is not everything. Not until you pay me before you can get information from me. So you can call me on the same number and I'm ready to answer you. We need to help as many Nigeria that needs to get this thing now. So if you have anybody that is having issue with driver's license, tell the person, don't be shy, call Steve. He can make it possible for you. Just give them my number. It's not money. I attend to people and I assist as much people as possible, even though they are not my student, I don't meet them. So please, we don't need to shy. When you get it, it's not mine. I've gotten mine. So you have to get your own to be able to stand. If the South Americans are doing this for their people to achieve as men, that's why when you go and look for a job, you see them with driver's licenses, they get a better one than you. So now you have to get yours. So please, let's buckle belt for in the month of May. Month of May is my birthday. On the 14th is my birthday. So I want to do all my possible best to give it out as a gift for as many people that needs to get it. So it's going to be lovely. Thank you for having you today. We'll see you some other day. Thank you. The students, go back to the class online and submit your test. Bye. Happy weekend to everyone. Thank you very much.